Why should people go vegan?
I believe that people should do whatever they feel called to do, and if for you that means that you want to start eating more plants, eating less things that are processed, eating less animal products, eating less animals, to allow yourself to maybe break away from feeling like maybe this food is causing me to want to stuff things down, to not feel as much.
People should go vegan for a number of reasons. People should think more about what they're doing, what they're supporting and what they're condoning. I mean, a big part for me is the animals. I don't want to be a part, and I don't want to see animals killed or slaughtered or exploited just for me to fuel an addiction, because that's what eating meat for me was, and that's what eating meat and fish and eggs and dairy, that's what it was fueling an addiction. And then once I realised that, I thought I don't need to condone that. It's a state of mind, and it's a state of willpower to think I don't need to fuel an addiction. I'm stronger than this. I'm stronger than meat and fish and dairy and eggs. I can be just as healthy. I can thrive on a diet that doesn't consist of these products. So that's really why people should go vegan, just to become a better person, to be the best person you can possibly be, to be as strong as you can be mentally and physically.
Do what works for you, and that's pretty much it. I judge no one for being vegan or not being vegan. I accept people for where they are and who they are. And just as I am vegan and I would want someone to accept that I'm vegan, I accept that someone is not. I accept that someone eats meat, and that's okay. And there's no right or wrong. You have to do what makes sense for you. And I think that really ultimately comes down with being in tune with yourself.
Why should we go vegan? I would say there's 1,001 reasons, there's or more. There's as many reasons as you want to find, and I feel it depends which one will drive you to that. It's just that step that like I said, it's a win-win-win situation. When you go vegan, it really helps not only yourself, it helps the animals, it helps the planet. And I love the principle, which is the golden rule, which is do no harm. So veganism represents that for me. So we like to call it veganism. We can call it, you don't have to call it anything, it's just a principle that you're actually choosing life. For me, it's choosing life, and it's a set of values that you can be proud of embodying and actually sharing that upon with the next generations, so that we can actually thrive on this planet. If you love this planet, if you love the nature, if you love the animals and you love other people, it makes sense to actually go vegan. And whether for you're having a hard time with your health and that's your main motivator at the beginning, awesome, let it be that. If it's actually your health is pretty good and you're like, I feel pretty good not being vegan, but there's that thing that drives you is actually living a non-violent life in general as much as possible, then you actually try that, and try going vegan for that reason and see how you feel. And most likely you will feel much better. You're gonna feel those acid forming foods from the animal products are no longer gonna be affecting your blood. That's gonna make you feel a lot better, a lot more at peace. And who doesn't want to feel more peaceful? We're so stressed in the society, and I feel a lot of those stressors are coming from our diet. So when those acids are flowing through our lymphatic system, our lymph tissue, and all of our blood, that's actually keeping us in a stress level. And oftentimes we don't understand, and we're all stressed, and we're then taking drugs. But as soon as we eliminate those acid forming foods, so much more peace comes through. So it's not just a mental thing we need to overcome. A lot of times just doing that diet shift is a huge reason for us to make those changes.
People need to go vegan because it's a really it's a human being thing that you really can help the animals to survive, and not even survive, to live the way they're supposed to live in nature and wild, if they're wild animals, and to really hug them and feel that they're alive, and the veganism is I think it's supposed to be very popular. You can change the world around you, and please go raw vegan, or vegan at least.
Everyone should go vegan for yourself, for animals and for the planet?
Hundreds of reasons. If you go vegan, you can pick your own reason, but the food tastes amazing, the health results are apparent for most everybody who goes vegan. The environmental consequences are all positive. The animals will win, and it's just a good feeling knowing that we live in a day and age where animals don't need to suffer for us to survive, for us to thrive even. One of my main reasons for going vegan is the positive environmental effects it has. You look at things that we're doing to our world, the pollution that results from factory farming, that results from monocrop agriculture to sustain the factory farming, that results from overfishing in the oceans. It's crazy. So I would say it's a good feeling to know you're not contributing to that from what you eat.
I think people should, eat more plants and go vegan, for number one, their health. Number two, for planetary health. I mean, we're destroying this planet, making all the meat and the animal products, that feed people, which doesn't need to happen. I mean, you could be totally healthy and actually even healthier by eating plants instead of eating animals.
I mean, first and foremost, do it for yourself. Like, there's, you're doing it for your mom, or doing it for your brother, or doing it because you watched a cool documentary or read a cool book. If you're not committed to not doing it for yourself first, you're obviously not going to probably follow through with this.
People should go vegan because it helps reduce the largest industry that breeds suffering and pain that the universe, our world has ever seen, which is animal agriculture. You should also go vegan for human beings, because by you eating animal products, you are literally taking food away from a starving human being. That if we all went vegan and reorganized our food distribution system, we wouldn't have starving humans. You should also go vegan because there's this thing called climate change in our world and global warming, which is nature taking over any sort of power that we possibly have in way of living. And the reason that climate change is such an issue is because we're eating food that's absolutely unsustainable to grow in this quantity on the planet. Animal agriculture, even the government, the International Governmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, honors that animal agriculture has a larger impact than all of transportation combined. That means planes, trains, cars, motorcycles, elevators. It's the largest impactor of climate change in the world. You should also go vegan because it's the best thing for your health. You can become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. You can gain any physique you want. You can lose weight. You can build muscle mass. You can get more flexible. You can become a better athlete, and you can prevent these chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, arthritis that are plaguing our country and draining a lot of people's savings accounts. You can prevent all that simply from eating tasty vegan food.
For the animals, for the health, I don't see why not. Feel better, more energy. You don't hurt anyone. I don't see a reason not to. Great food.
Because you'll appreciate it once you do it. It's so, you feel so much better. You know you're helping out the planet. You know you're helping out the animals. There's just no real reason not to, in my mind.
I think there's a number of reasons. That probably the most immediate thing for people is for their health. The standard diet that people are eating is not inducive or conducive at all for your health. It is affecting your life, it's affecting your potential, it's going to reduce the term of your life and reduce your enjoyment in life. So changing to a vegan diet is much healthier. Secondly, changing to a vegan diet is much more ethical and better for the animals. And if you're someone that considers yourself an animal lover or anything like that, you should go vegan. This is the best way. If you want to protect animals, save animals, care for animals, then being a vegan is the best way of doing that, because you're eliminating so much suffering. Thirdly, the environmental impact of it, and just the impact on our world, on society. When we eat a vegan diet, we're causing the least pollution, we're using the least land, we're obviously killing no animals, hopefully, in that process, and we're regenerating the land, especially if we're eating more fruit, by adding more fruit trees and more trees to the world. So that's at least 3 reasons. The last reason is it makes you feel really good. Immediately you will start to feel better in your body, you'll feel better in your life emotionally, and that's going to be the thing that will keep you going.
Go vegan! Go vegan for the planet, go vegan for the animals, go vegan for yourself, go vegan for your sex life, go vegan for your health, go vegan for your skin, go vegan for your friends, go vegan for being active. Just freaking go vegan and see what happens. It's so amazing and it only gets better.